You cannot compare deep fried shit to a fucking deep fried pickle, dude. Mic test, mic. Hello. Official podcast recording position.
Are you ready?
Refreshing. I'm trying to get comfortable.
This is my.
Did you know that 3% of our audience members currently are from Russia?
That's pretty fucked.
We should learn how to say hi in Russian. This actually, I'm curious about this. Cheeky? What the fuck? No, how do you say?
Cheeky.
That's a musical artist.
Cheeky breeky on its own means that everything is alright. Russia.
Mm.
Somewhere Southeast Asia. You said we had a bunch of viewers.
Korea.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Did you know that the BTS meal, one from McDonald's, their cups and their packages are actually selling for more than what it's worth when you buy them because people all around the world, it's not accessible to everyone. So there's people on eBay actually selling like the fucking cups for like
BTS
$8, like an empty clean cup in mint condition for $8 for like your average one. And I'm like, what?
People are reselling paper cups.
I'm not even joking. I've seen it like in the packaging on eBay, on Kijiji, and I've seen it on Facebook Marketplace.
That's also one thing I've also been doing recently, is that I've stopped being such a lazy ass, and instead of going out to buy food every other day, I haven't gone out to like buy food in like 4 or 5 days.
That's pretty good.
I used to go like literally 4 or 7 days of the week. I'd go out and get something. I don't know, let's go get fucking fries or a crispy chicken from Burger King or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, no.
Dude, we always talk about food on this podcast. Holy fuck.
All we do is eat, bro. All we do is eat. Especially fucking you, dude. You're like a garbage can. Literally.
Dude, I'm a waste management control. Like,
take anything. Take anything that's edible, put it in front of you, and you just fucking, you'll suck it down.
It's cutting season right now. Like for people that work out, it's time to cut, which basically means you get leaner and you don't bulk as much. You're going into a calorie deficit and you try to work out still around the same, and then you look more like chiseled and whatever. I'm in a cutting phase and I'm already starting to lose a lot of it because I'm just eating extra shit from work because it's so good.
You're losing
it's so fucking
weight,
good.
or you're losing your cut?
I'm losing my cut, which basically means I'm losing the leanness in my body fat. Body fat is going back up and down, up and down. I'm like going in fucking waves right now. Like the fucking audio waves here.
Sinusoidal functions.
Sinusoidal functions.
Monkey.
Let's do the intro.
Welcome to the podcast project, everyone. Welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, Jack.
I'm your host, Guy. And, yeah, this is...
Preparing the Krabby Patty.
Let's go to work.
Our voices.
Our voices. Let's kick it off with a check-in, guy. How are you doing today?
Oh, very fat. Oh, you're on top of it today. I'm good. I'm really good. Bit stressed recently, not gonna lie, with work, business. But we're living, we're thriving, and we're pushing through it. One thing that I've been doing a lot more recently is I'm actually having less time. I have less time to exercise and to work out and stuff, so I'm actually doing more meditation, which could be from me doing a little bit of stretching involved with it, so it's almost like a yoga, to simply just me genuinely putting on a video that leads you through a guided meditation or in breathing techniques, which has helped me a lot. Reduces the stress, makes you feel more alleviated, and it also helps with a little bit of pain. So honestly, it's fucking great. Everyone, do yourself a favor and breathe.
Meditation works wonders. Also, speaking of breathe, quick plug here, not sponsored. I tried meditating during exam season this past coming year, and like my brain goes 1,000 miles per hour when I'm writing exams, and it blocks my memory, and then I start freaking out, and I snowball to the point where I can't even solve the most basic things, basic things that I know, because my brain is just like so clouded. And I found meditating 10 minutes before any assessment I have for school works wonders. I can think clearly, and I can actually, break down my thought process to make sure what I'm doing is correct. So if you want a really good app to do that, there's this app called, and it has a 5-minute meditation on it that literally held me together during my exams. Like, I remember in the middle of my math exam, I was like freaking out. So I'm like, okay, 5-minute meditation. Ran a quick meditation, cleared the brain, and just went to work.
yeah, everyone breathe, meditate, do the good for you.
It works wonders. It works wonders.
It works wonders. Yeah, how about you? How are you doing recently?
I've been terribly fucking bored for the past week, if I'm going to be quite honest. I think I talked about on my last episode that I had an exam coming up where I was just finishing my first summer school course. And from this past Monday, which is the week, so basically I have one course beginning of summer, one course at the end of summer, and I have 2 week break in between. This past week was the first week, and I didn't realize how much I needed summer school as a structure to function. Because now that I don't have anything, I'm just so fucking bored, and I have no idea what to do at all. So this past week has just been a pain. I've been doing anything. I've literally just been sitting on my ass doing absolutely nothing for a week.
Why don't you just pick up more shifts? I mean, it's easier said than done, but why don't you text the boss man, and be like,
I picked up one weekly shift. I mean, it kind of sucks. I'm working once a week, but then again,
it's something.
At least it's something. I'm no longer. I now have income, so I'm not going to be broke anymore. But yeah, no, I'm on call for shifts. I'm also going to start looking to see if I can do another on and off job.
Like casual kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to see if I can pick up just another 2 shifts a week somewhere. Just something light so I can make a little bit more money because I am broke.
You're broke.
Yeah, which is not good.
No. But, well, good. We're both... Well, you're bored. I'm slowly bringing my life together.
Well, everything's collapsing on
I think that ranks us at a solid, 6, 7 out of 10?
6 out of 10 I'd give it. Yeah. Because those last 4 is just having fun and doing something, and I've just been very bored and doing nothing, so not good. But it sounds like you mentioned you had a pretty exciting day yesterday, something about an old Cuban guy and a little bit of a kerfuffle.
Okay, so I'm not going to give any names, obviously, because it's a place I work at. So I do, like I said, I do landscaping.
Oh, okay, that job.
And I do landscaping as a summer full-time job. Great work. Everyone works hard and love the job. And okay, so there's this guy on my crew, and I think that I'm a pretty decently built person. And I look at him at first glance and go, okay, he's wearing a lot of layers. It's hot out. I don't know how he does it, but whatever, right? So I assume that he's a bit of a bigger fella. Little did I know that he is not so big in the sense of, weak as I thought he was. So we were basically doing a site, the last site of the day, and we had to remove a bunch of rocks. And so we're doing the rocks, whatever, and obviously when you're doing that much labor, consecutively, you start to get a bit woozy and daisy. Yeah. So we're all joking around, whatever. We're still doing the work, but we're chatting and, making it less awkward, I guess. So just shoveling, talking, at the same time. And so my crew leader goes, hey, we've all done an arm wrestling match with so-and-so. We'll call him Jim. That's not a Cuban name at all, but Jim. And he's like, oh yeah, all of us have done a arm wrestling with Jim. You should try. And I go, okay, cool. And me being not cocky, but confident. I'm like, oh yeah, I think I could take him on. He proceeds to, he is also not much of a chatter. He's one of those guys. He does the work very well, but he keeps himself. I go down on a knee. We basically put our arms, our elbows on a rock, in the middle of the site.
That's going to fucking hurt.
Oh, yeah. And so we go down. My crew leader calls it 3, 2, 1, go. We use our right hand. First of all, he asked me, which hand do you want to use? And I go...
So this guy was completely confident.
He literally said, which arm do you want to use? And I went, my right. He goes, okay. And he puts his arm down, and he looks at me and goes, kind of take a seat. And I went, okay. So I go on one knee. I put my arm down. I'm like, okay, I can take it. We clasp our hands together. This is the moment I realized I was going to die.
Iron grip. Fucking probably dried leather hands.
He must have had extra muscle in his fingers. Because when I clasped him, it felt like one of those grip things you use to hold a bag open or something. Those strong grip things when you're, or a green screen or something to keep something tight, right? Just a clamp. And I went, oh. So I grab it. I grab his arm. I'm like, okay. And my crew leader goes, 3. I'm just fucking 2, 1. I squeeze my arm, my bicep. He clasped my hand so hard. And at this point, it's okay, my hand's already numb. I'm just going to just try to pull as hard as I can. I go down. He looks at me the entire time. But I don't. I break eye contact. So I'm looking at him, right? And I look down for a second, literally focus. I go down. I look up. He's still looking at me. He's still fucking blazing in my eyes. And I'm just like, okay. I look up. Nani? He goes from like regular neutral face to a smirk. And I'm like, what now? And he lifts one eyebrow. And I went, you're shitting me. I'm about 3/4 down on him. He did a whole fucking 180. Goes like this. His eyes go down and just kills me in like 1 second. And I went, my jaw drops. Everyone's just absolutely like cool with it and just like, yeah, makes sense. And I'm like,
that coming, basically.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And then after that, my boss proceeds to go, my crew leader proceeds to go, yeah, he's 65 years old. And I went, excuse me, what?
You got your ass beat back.
And I look back at him. I look back at Jim, and Jim just winks at me. And I go, are you fucking serious? He takes off his like first shirt, the outside shirt, and his bicep was huge. Like, not just like this, like wide, like thick. And I was like, I literally, the rest of the entire site, I did not say a word. And in my head, I'm going, how the fuck? And I'm just like so like discombobulated. And I'm like, and I go home that after work and I go, I'm going to start training more. Like, I don't know why. That gave me even more motivation to work out.
So you went into that thinking you were going to arm wrestle a 50-year-old marshmallow. That when you actually got your ass beat by a 65-year-old man, built like one of those Greek marble statues.
He was practically like fucking Cbum. I don't know if anyone knows. Cbum is basically, I don't know his actual full name, but he's a guy on Instagram. He's literally a world bodybuilder. He's sponsored by like Gymshark and a bunch of other brands. And dude, that guy's built. I looked at him like he's literally the Cuban Cbum.
The Cuban Cbum.
The Cuban Cbum. And also my shoulder hurt. It still hurts a little bit today. My shoulder fucking hurt after that. And I was like, he didn't hurt me badly, but I went, that really hurt. Then I went home and I realized my fucking elbow is scraped so much. For some reason, I guess my body went into shock and went, yeah, you fucking lost. And I didn't realize until at home that there's dry blood now in a scab, like a partial scab
your elbow
on my elbow.
Looks kind of fucked up, yeah.
And I was just like, dude, like I put so much ointment on it and everything, but the thing was fucking just...
I'm assuming all those cuts on your arm are from getting fucking whacked by trees and shit.
Oh my god, yeah.
And also your tan line too. Look at the tan. Oh my god.
Look at the tan line. So
your hands are white and like anything above your elbow is white. Like
look at this. My entire forearm is white on the inside, and you turn more into the lateral side, I guess, if you're talking medial and lateral like anatomy, it's all brown. I'm just tanned as fuck. But I like it. But like there's tan lines everywhere, man.
Dude, you gotta put on like
I look like a fucking tiger. I'm striped.
Because it's literally like shoulders like glowing white and then slowly fades into a dark brown forearm, then back into your like glowing white hand again.
It's bad, man. It's so fucked.
That's fucked.
Jim, if you're listening to this, I don't know how you are, but if you are, I'm coming for your ass. The last shift of the summer, I'm actually gonna rematch him. I want to fucking beat him. I'm so motivated. I'm going to look up and do the research. What is the best muscle to use for when you're doing an arm wrestling? Is it your brachialis? Is it your... I don't fucking know the other ones. But just give me... Like, let me know. And I'm just going to crank every workout possible with those and go, all right, time to do another. Boom. And just another. Bah!
Become a professional arm wrestler.
And I found out that after the fact, he literally told me, yeah, I let you go down. Because like I said, I was 3/4 down. He let me fucking get that close. And I went, not today. Bum. I was like, oh, fucking A.
Like, I'll be thinking, fucking professional arm wrestling. Have you ever seen those guys? The professional slap fighters?
Fighters?
Not the slap fighters, but like, it's the two guys, basically, and there's like a podium with metal. So it's like a square, like, a rectangular prism podium, and at the top there's like a metal bar on each side.
Okay.
And two guys go on opposite sides. They grab one hand on the metal bar, and you lose when you let go of the bar. And you take turns winding up and fucking slapping each other. Have you never seen those?
No.
It is so fucked. Because these guys literally stand there and they take turns, like doing a full 180 from behind their back, swing right across the face of these guys. And you lose when you get knocked out and you let go of the fucking handle.
Wait, I gotta see this. Let's look this up really quickly. Pull it up. You're telling me there are people out there that get paid to slap the living shit out of others.
Yeah. There's like a really famous Russian dude. I forget his name. He's like huge guy, massive beard, and he just like fucking one-shot KOs everybody. I'm not even joking.
If you hit someone that hard, like you can kill somebody. I guarantee people get knocked out. Oh my god, there's no way. Yeah, this is a thing.
This is it. That's the guy right there I was talking about.
Slap Fight Championship.
Yeah, hold on.
Shout out to you guys.
Look at this.
Oh my god.
These guys are fucked. Like that
guy's tattooed as hell.
His entire face. Oh! He gets smacked and you can see the fucking sweat just flying off his
ripple.
Head. I'm telling you, like,
oh my... Dude!
Like, look at the fucking size of these guys.
Is that a hearing aid in one of them? Dude, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, dude, they wear earplugs. Like, have you ever... I remember when I was a kid, the thing that used to drive me up the wall was, you always give, like your parents a kiss goodnight, they kiss you on the cheek.
Oh, the ringing after.
My dad would go in and he would, like, right on top of my ear, and then it feels like a fucking, like, pop in your ear and your ear's ringing.
Yeah.
That's why they wear those earplugs. If one of those fuckers winds up and slaps you right in the ear, you're probably gonna lose your hearing.
Who the fuck goes, I'm gonna become a professional slapper?
Like...
Oh my god, look at the jiggle on him. He's still alive. Wait.
This guy's shitting his pants. Look at him. He's shitting his pants. You can see his beard shaking. Oh, he's so fucked.
Chief Editor here. Please stand by while Jack and Guy wrap up their experience.
No, actually wasn't that bad.
He took that
wasn't
like
that good.
A fucking brass beast, dude.
I think this is a perfect time to do a little mini segment that we like to call, well, we don't like to call it. It's just the internet calls it Would You Rather, or this or that. So, we have a little bit of a list here. We're going to go through them. Like, just fucking, I guess, pick which ones we want. So, the first one is, lead a boring life from here forward, or be reborn with all of your memories into a baby of the opposite sex. So, for both of us, we're dudes, so we'd be reborn with all of our memories as a girl.
I'd be completely fine with that. Because leading a boring life from here on forward would fucking suck ass.
It'd be like your whole past week, but for the rest of your life.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And I would fucking hate that. And I mean, I could see why most people picked reborn with opposite memories. I mean, like, I kind of think about that. Like, what if you, like, went back to elementary school with, like, the all the knowledge you have now? I mean, obviously...
I wouldn't remember. I still would probably get the same grades, to be honest.
No fucking way. Dude, looking back, like, after taking first year...
Okay, like, things like math, I'd be way more advanced at, but, like, in terms of history and stuff, I've lost a lot of those memories.
Also, like, life skills-wise, too. Like, you've learned a lot of shit. So I feel like if you restarted way back from... with what you have now, you would end up in a completely different, like, path of life, you know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. And also, for me, I wouldn't pick a lead a boring life from here on forward either, just because...
I just fucking suck.
I hate being boring, and I hate doing boring things.
Exactly, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Alright, let's go to the next one. So, you can read this one, actually.
Okay. Have to eat the same meal every meal for the rest of your life, or... eat whatever you wanted, except once a month you have to eat a doo-doo. A fucking doo-doo sandwich, a shit sandwich. Yeah, no, fuck that. Eat the same meal every day for the rest of your life.
Can I deep fry the shit?
I'd lose a deep fried shit sandwich.
Listen, buddy, if you can eat fucking a deep fried pickle, you can eat a deep fried shit.
Like, dude, those are two entirely fucking different things. You cannot compare deep fried shit to a fucking deep fried pickle, dude. There's no way.
Alright, if you had a mutation of your choice, would you rather have an extra limb or an extra eyeball?
A limb.
I'd say limb.
Dude, a third arm? I mean, I don't know where I'd put it, because, like, no matter where you put it, it just look fucked.
Yeah.
What do you have?
I mean, is
or something?
Is your penis a limb? Like, would you... Did you know there's a thing on Reddit?
Leg.
No, seriously, the tripod.
The tripod.
There's literally a subreddit on a guy, and he's literally released a book on Amazon of a guy with two penises.
There's no way.
I'm not even joking.
There's a medical term for that when you're born with... I mean, not with...
Sorry, this is a common?
Not with two dicks, but with... both...
Oh, both genitalia.
Both utilities, yeah. You know what I mean? A hermaphrodite? I don't know.
I
think that's what it is.
I think we both do rather a limb then. So
yeah, because what the fuck are you gonna do with an extra eyeball?
I don't know. You just kind of freak people out.
See it in HD, like what?
You see an 8K.
See an 8K.
Oh, I know what it'd be. It'd be infrared.
Infrared vision.
Would you rather be stoned to death or be grounded?
What the fuck is that? Why would anyone compare those? Obviously, be grounded.
But what's grounded mean?
I don't know, but it's better than being stoned to death. I'll give you that much.
I'll be honest. Yesterday we were again with the rocks at work. Those are really heavy rocks, and like multiple times we were like me and a coworker were talking like if you threw this at somebody, you could definitely hurt them. If anything, even kill them. Like those are heavy stones. They're small,
dude. If I picked up that fucking PS4 controller and threw it at you right now, that'd hurt like a bitch too. So getting hit by getting stoned to death.
Dude, getting stoned to death is probably fucking terrifying.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I feel like that was a common. I knew that.
Wait. What if it's like be stoned to death or be grounded? Like, oh, your parents grounded you.
That's probably. I mean, what else would it be?
Well, I guess I don't know. Grounded. It sounds like it's like someone just kind of forces you into the ground or something. I don't know, man. Fuck it.
Oh, dude.
Let's go to the next one.
That's another thing that scares the shit out of me, like terrifies me, is being buried alive.
Dude, you know the term "Saved by the Bell"?
No.
Do you know? Really?
I mean, okay, no. Sorry.
I just had like an extra lap to do for gym class, but fucking like, the bell rang, so I got saved by the bell.
No, I know what you mean. Sorry, when you said, do you know the term "saved by the bell," I thought you meant. I guess I kind of saw what you were going to ask, is do you know where it comes from? And I have no idea where it comes from.
My follow-up was, like, do you know where it comes from?
Yeah, I know what it is. I do know what it is, but I have absolutely no idea where it comes from. No.
So that term comes from back in the day when healthcare and, medicine wasn't as advanced as it was today. Sometimes they weren't definite on if someone was dead or not. Right?
Yeah.
Based off of just their pulse, and there's a bunch of other vital signs you have to take into consideration. So essentially, they would literally bury people, tie a string to the dead person, or they claim dead person's finger, and the string would be attached to a bell at the top of their coffin, and it would go in the ground and everything. So essentially, in case people were buried alive, they would literally use their finger to ring the bell, and that was the term "saved by the bell." Someone would hear it, hopefully at least, and then they would fucking rush and take them out of the grave.
What do you just fall into extreme coma or something?
That is possible. 'Cause you can get into a really bad concussion, coma, a lot of different things. And so they would think,
the horse and buggy crashed.
The what?
The horse and buggy crashed. I don't know. You said back in the day, so I'm like, get into a coma.
The horse and carriage.
Because you won't get into a car crash.
Horse and carriage crash.
Yeah, the horse and carriage crash.
Oh, look, there's a tumbleweed passing by.
Oh, no.
It's the paparazzi. Just imagine a GoPro stuck to a fucking tumbleweed, just tossing and turning in the desert.
Those videos of, dogs getting, released onto a beach, and they have, the GoPro on their back.
Those are so cute.
That shit warms my heart. I'm going up to... So, my parents always take my dog when they go up to my cottage, and I'm going to be going up to the cottage with my parents soon, and I'm just so excited to take my dog to the beach, because watching that tiny little shit try and swim is the funny... Okay, when I say try and swim, I don't mean I fucking throw him into the lake and then just let him fucking thrash in the water for 10 minutes and just laugh at him and then take him out. No. It's like a beach, so we find a stick that's way too big for him, because he's a Boston Terrier, a tiny little thing. Spanky is his name.
Spankster.
Yeah, he has a perfect pattern, because they're all white and black, so he has really nice patterning, so it looks like he's wearing a black suit. It's pretty funny. But yeah, no, we get a steak that's way too fucking big for him. He can't even wrap his mouth around it. We just throw it in the water, because at night it gets really shallow, and the water completely flat. You saw it. It's like a sheet of glass. At night. So Spanky just fucking dives in and just goes crazy in the water. I'm just excited to see that this weekend.
Does he know how to swim, or?
Okay, so I don't know if he knows how to swim.
But it's shallow enough that he will not have to swim. He thinks he
knows how to swim, because it's just shallow enough that he can just,
run and grab
bounce on his paws every few seconds and float to the top of the water, float for a sec, sink, and then bounce back up. But I don't mean sink underneath his head. He keeps his head above water all the time. So, he just kind of, sticks it up, he goes under for a second, then comes back up.
He's one of those fucking things when you go to a beach and there's, the lifeguard, looks at the certain line, past a certain distance, a buoy or whatever it's called.
Buoy, yeah. A buoy.
A buoy. Anyways, let's go back to another question. Fuck it. In an unlucky survival situation, would you rather go swimming with sharks or go swimming with alligators?
Sharks.
I would pick... Really?
Yeah, alligators fucking... will go after anything they can eat. Sharks, on the other hand. So, it's apparently a thing where if you're swimming in the ocean, not to wear any reflective jewelry, because if that reflects into a shark's eye, that reminds it of I don't know. I think it's I don't
just
know.
Prey.
I don't. Yeah, prey basically. So you're not supposed to wear anything reflective in the ocean.
Oh,
and
shit.
if you wear any colors similar to a seal or fucking manatee or anything that they could prey on, they could also mistake you for prey. But otherwise, they don't go out of their way to eat humans, and it's always a a misinput, I guess you could say, of like, oh, hey,
like,
looks like a seal, and they go munch on it. It's like, oh, fuck, it's a dude wearing a fucking wetsuit. Or, hey, look, a fish's scale. Let me go fucking bite it. It's like, oh, wait, no, that's just someone with a ring on. It's
you're right. Maybe that's why, like, at least in the movies, they always make it seem like sharks always go after, like, a lot of surfers because they wear wetsuits. It's always, like, usually a lot of it's just black, and that mimics a seal or something. Oh, wow. The more you fucking know.
I think I remember reading that somewhere. That could all be entirely false information. It makes
sense. Sounds believable, though.
And I'm pretty sure that's a thing. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, no, 100% sharks, because alligators are fucked. Dude, you get caught in that death roll?
But, like,
come on, man.
Dude, but, like, alligators, like... I don't know, like sharks, I feel like, first of all, they're faster, I'd say, swimmers than alligators. Second of all, alligators, they do have that really fucking huge, like, chomper that can just come down. I think it's like sometimes like 300 pounds they can crush. But, like, also that's probably wrong, but whatever. But they can fucking squeeze a ton.
Well, yeah, because they have an insane amount of downwards force.
Yeah.
Like, they can't open their mouths with a lot of force. That's why, like, when it's like, oh,
that's why we never
restrain an alligator. You could literally
grab it by its beak, or not beak, but the fucking...
yeah, alligator beak. No, yeah, grab it by its schnoz, and then just hold it close. I don't fucking know, man.
Grab it by a schnoz.
It's not a snout. Dogs have snouts. It's not a nose. Humans have... I feel like it's so obvious.
Schnoz. I think it's the schnoz.
The schnoz. I think our brains are just blanking because we just both... I mean, you've had an exhausting week. I've just had a boring week, so my brain activity is just literally riding at fucking the lowest possible setting.
We're just super fucking tired, both of us.
Oh, yeah, honestly.
But yeah.
No.
You'd rather sharks. I still would go with alligator.
And again, going back, I think I said this on the last podcast, but I'm also a big lake guy over an ocean because I don't like the sea creatures. But then again, when you're comparing alligators to sharks, fuck alligators, dude. Wait, crocodile or alligators? Alligator's a scary one. It's like the saltwater... Is it crocodile?
Crocodiles, I think, are so. I think crocodiles are supposed to be less violent, but alligators are just like, I want to fucking eat anything.
Okay, it's saltwater crocodiles that are the massive fucking things that you see walking across.
That's like what. That's what you see. Fucking Godzilla's based off of or some shit.
Alligator.
Is Godzilla technically? I think he's a reptile, but is he like mostly alligator?
Oh, I don't think alligators are that bad.
That's why I said alligator. Those are alligators are the ones that what was his name? The famous Australian guy that like that died like in the middle of something when he was with an alligator or crocodile, whatever. What was his name?
Oh, okay.
Dung Diddle Bee.
Dumb Diddle Bee. No, the crocodile hunter. What's it called? No, he died through a stingray.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And also, I think alligator probably actually wouldn't be that bad because looking at it, alligators are 35 to 45 kilograms, and crocodiles are 76 to 100.
Oh my god.
So, I think I'm going to stick with the alligator.
So you're going to change your answer?
Yeah, because I was thinking crocodiles to begin with. Crocodiles, I mean, alligators are fucking spooky too, but they're nowhere scary as
alligators have those eyes, man. The fucking...
Oh, the creepy, like, reptile eyes.
Yeah.
Sorry, crocodile over alligator. Sorry. Oh my god, I keep getting them mixed up.
Your brain, bro.
My
Error
shit's
404.
Error 404 not working. Yeah, no, alligator over crocodile, so alligator over sharks too. 100%. Any day of the week.
Alright, let's do one more. Would you rather chocolate or vanilla?
That's stupid. That's stupid. Would you rather get stung repeatedly by a Japanese hornet or be bitten once by a black widow spider?
I think being bit by a black widow is lethal if you're not taken care of like immediately. I don't know what getting stung by a Japanese hornet is.
Weren't those fucking killer hornets that like invaded North America a while ago? Remember, there was like, oh no, the invasion of the killer hornet. It was like a fucking hornet that was like 2 inches long, big motherfuckers. I swear this was a thing like last year.
I don't remember a single time.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. Have I ever been stung by a hornet? I've been stung by bees.
I have never been stung by a bee, hornet, wasp, or anything.
Really?
I mean, I guess bitten by a wasp, but yeah, no, never once.
Not even bitten by a wasp. Just
I'm pretty sure wasps bite and don't sting.
No, wasps sting. Hornets, wasps. There's all these different ones. Holy fuck! The insect kingdom. I don't know what you want to call it. Whatever.
Oh yeah, wasps. I don't know. I've never even been touched by one, so I have no idea if it's a fucking sting or a bite or not.
I think wasps are the difference between wasps and bees. I think aside from like one collects honey, one doesn't. I don't think, but I think the difference is like wasps can keep, or its hornets can keep stinging versus bees when they sting you, it's like a death sentence.
Yes, Asian giant hornet. Yeah, the murder hornet. Remember?
Oh, the murder hornet.
That's what the Japanese hornet is. I mean, I looked up Japanese hornet. It just says Asian giant hornet. But yeah, no, it's the murder hornet. Remember those big fuckers trying to show it up, and they was like, oh no, they're gonna invade and hurt everybody. So everyone was like freaking out.
But like it didn't become. It became resolved very quickly.
I think so because I don't think that they just didn't fit into our ecosystem. And speaking of,
they didn't vibe with us.
They didn't rock with North America. But no, I think you only get bitten once by a black widow spider because you probably die or like lose a limb or something at least.
Real quick, did I ever tell you about the story about the grapes that? Actually, I'm gonna censor that. If you guys just heard a beep, I'm censoring a grocery store that I used to work at. But I used to work at a grocery store, and I was in produce. And there was one day we get a bunch of grapes from California, and there was one day where I looked at a package of grapes that I was gonna put out, and there was all this webbing on it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like abnormal amount of webbing. I go into it, I look. There's a black widow spider in there. Those are not. I don't think they're like their home is in Canada. Like, I don't think they live in Canada.
I think you can find them, but they're not common at all.
No, and I'm pretty sure they're invasive. Regardless, it was a black widow because again, I'm a huge Marvel fan, so there's obviously Black Widow, who's played by Scarlett Johansson, and like the symbol, the red hourglass kind of thing. And I saw it on the back, and I went, "Holy fuck!" And it was moving. It was still alive. It was moving, and I was like, "What the fuck do I do?" So I grabbed my gloves. I fucking grab what was it? It was like an empty salad container that we threw out because if salad like is like a day or it's gonna expire in a day or two, we'd throw them out. And so I grabbed a salad container, I threw it in there, I showed it to my boss, and he kind of just goes, "Okay, so why are you showing me this?" I went, "This is a fucking black widow. Aren't they poisonous?" He goes, "Probably." And I'm like, "Okay, well, what do you want me to do with this, right?" Like, and so he kind of looks and goes, "All right, let me look at it." He looks at it, he throws it to the ground. The salad container opens. I don't see the spider, and he just stomps the living shit out of the fucking spider.
Absolute Chad.
Dude, absolute, like,
problem solved.
I don't give a fuck. And I'm like, okay, what do I do with it? Well, let me take a look at it. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, yo, chill.
Chill, guys.
Chill, man. You don't get paid that much.
There we go.
I was like, I want to take a picture of it and everything. I didn't.
Pretty sure there's also another, like, now, again, I feel like 90% of the shit we talk about, we have, like, absolutely zero, like, actual knowledge.
Oh, guys,
we have, like, zero knowledge on any of this shit, so don't take any of this as, like, absolute fact.
There's a reason why it's called the podcast project, is because we're kind of, like, just slowly trying to learn a lot of things, and that's why it's a project, with all of us included.
Yeah, because, I mean, I don't know, this is, like, my first podcast, pretty sure it's Gaetano's first podcast, too, so, I mean, then again, I had one amateur podcast that we're not going to talk about. I recorded a single episode, and it was probably the most chaotic thing because I recorded it on my phone, and I literally put it on top of a tree stump with like 6 of my homies sitting around it, and we all just talked over each other for like an hour and a half, and we thought at the time that it was like absolute gold, and then we uploaded it, and I went back. This was like back in like 28. This was back in like 2018. Yeah. Almost 3 years ago. 3 years ago, actually.
Yeah, well.
I would have, because we recorded it August 2018. Holy fuck. But yeah, no. Shit podcast. And so I don't have a lot of experience on this stuff, so that's why it's called the podcast.
We're learning
project.
as we go. You guys are learning with us, and you guys are on by our side.
The experiment.
The experiment.
The experiment. There's a word for that. I don't know.
Classmates?
No.
Oh.
Subjects. Test subjects. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I should know this.
We're both academics, and this is a really bad just example of us.
Us, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have an extensive knowledge on just about anything.
Absolutely nothing.
We just barely get by with what we have.
We are we, and that's all we need.
Closed-minded, primitive human beings. I think we could.
Primal.
Primal.
We said that last podcast episode, and I fucking laughed my ass off.
Because we're both like two fucking cavemen, dude. Literally. Except you were just like you are a less lazy caveman than I am. Because you actually actively go search for ways to make money when I sit at home and try and think, how could I passively make money from not doing anything?
How can I save money?
How can I save
Which is also an important thing. You gotta make money and save money.
I save, but I don't make money.
Yeah, fair enough.
Until I ripped in my savings, but I've already talked about how broke I am way too many times.
Oh my god. Okay.
Anyways, I think we're reaching our time limit here on this episode.
Oh, fuck, already?
Dude.
Oh,
I didn't even realize we do this every time.
But yeah, so, ending. Let's do that, whatever that is.
Leave it at that. Cue the ending, which we don't have. Anyways, thank you again, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of the Podcast Project.
We appreciate you in your ears, and make sure to follow and listen to us on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, Deezer, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, and Podchaser.
And soon to be Amazon,
We're hopefully getting it there, yeah. We're just we're still working out the kinks for that. But, yeah. Y'all have a fucking good-ass night. Or good day.
Good night, good day, good evening, whenever. Whenever you decide to listen to this, you take your time out of your day to listen to the two cavemen speak into a mic for 45 minutes.
Booga booga.
Actually, after editing and 90% of the random shit we talk about, it'll probably be down to like 30 minutes.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, just about. Anyways, we're dragging this on a little too long. Again, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Take care.
And good night.
Good night.